Well, hello, and welcome to Pizzachan's podcast, or welcome to, and welcome back to Pizzachan's podcast. I am your host, the Pizzachan. I actually talk about myself like I'm something important, the Pizzachan, like I need a title or something. But anyway, today we have a super awesome guest. He's sweet, fun, and has uber max energy. I'm talking about maximum energy, please. That is the amazing Quasi Saturn, or James, as I like to call him, because we're like buds and stuff. Let me bring him on, okay? Hang on one moment. James, are you still there?
I'm still here. Hello.
I didn't mean to scream at you like that, but I'm kind of loud. I got that reputation of being loud.
I think we have that in common. I sit here sometimes and my Apple Watch tells me off for screaming too loud. It's a joke.
Your watch tells you you're being loud. I'm glad I don't have one of those.
It tells me off. I'm still trying to work out how to turn it off. Like, I ain't been told I'm too loud by a piece of technology. How dare it?
How dare it?
How dare it?
Okay, I will turn him up because I'm probably at max volume, please. Hang on. As usual, I can never get the sound just right. Either I'm too low or the other person is too low. One day I'll figure this out.
It's rare for me to be too low. Usually I'm the one that gets turned down.
No. You have to rival me here. I think there's only one person that rivals my voice, and that's the great resident Sneeble. And she is louder than me. She's going to be on my podcast too. I'm so excited. So we're going to blow out everybody's speakers on that day. It's going to be amazing. But hello everybody. Hello Lexi Lou. Hello Cutebit and Kyle. Darling, how are you? I'm so sorry you're sick. Big hugs. Big soft hugs because COVID sucks. Really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. I had the first version of COVID. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh god. I tested positive last Sunday and I'm still bouncing back from it now. It's hot. It's like a really bad cold. But luckily I've been vaccinated, but I can't imagine what it would have been like if I hadn't been. It must have been awful.
So, I mean, you probably did you have a fever and the body aches and everything?
Yeah, I had cold, like last Sunday into Monday and Tuesday was quite rough. It was like cold shivers, like a sore throat. It felt like a really bad flu, but like with cold shivers as well. And then I quite quickly bounced back after that, weirdly enough. What is Callum saying?
Yeah, everything hurt on my body, even my hair. It's like, how does my hair hurt? And I had a fever of 102 for 5 days. I could not get it to go away. Oh my god. I was like, do I have to go to the hospital? But the last day it broke. I'm like, thank God. This is what normal feels like.
And I'm still waiting for my sense of taste to come back.
Oh, that took me 6 months to get back. Nothing tastes right. Nothing tastes right. It's horrible.
Oh, don't tell me that. Oh, no.
No, I don't want to scare you, but my taste buds, just nothing tastes right anymore. But Callum, you have big hugs for you too. And Kyle, I hope you get better fast. I hope you have like the light version of COVID, because the bad COVID. Yeah. But anyway, this is a podcast, so I have to ask you questions and stuff. James, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm scared, but ready.
Well, I'm not going to ask you anything super personal. Seriously.
I mean, you cut me. You scared me. Don't hurt me. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to hurt you, James. I swear to God. Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know this is a scary question. I hate this question. So, your favorite hobbies besides streaming.
Well, I'm 21 for a start. Obviously, everybody knows.
Oh, yes, he's 21, of course.
I'm 21. It's important to get that detail out there first. I'm quite boring, really. I don't really do much. It is only like gaming, movies, TV, and that sort of thing. I mean, before... Oh, God, Cooper's here. Uh-oh.
Cooper!
Shut the door. Who are you? Now's not the time.
Welcome.
Before the pandemic, I used to go out walking quite a bit. I mean, I'm lucky where I am in the world because the Brecon Beacons isn't far from me. It's a national park. I used to try and make sure I went up there every couple of weeks with Cooper, but I haven't really done that since things have, since the world decided to end. Even though things are largely back to normal now, I haven't done it for a long. I need to get back into it. I really do, because it is really, really nice up there. It's like super beautiful. But other than that, I just tend to stay at home. That's all I tend to do. I'm the most boring person on the face of the earth.
You are not. How can someone with this much energy be boring? That's what I want to know.
Seriously.
I
don't know. I mean, I've got all this energy, obviously, because I'm 21. Obviously, that's of course why I
Obviously,
have-
you'll be perpetually
Obviously, I'm
21.
not 30.
Oh, thank you, Vic, for the sub. I love you. Your Sunday morning streams are the best, by the way.
They are.
I love them. I love just sitting in there and chilling. And what do you mean this podcast is fake news, Kyle? What are you talking about?
He's
Are you-
fake news.
But you said you liked books. What kind of books do you like?
I do. I haven't read any for a long time, but I got addicted to the Halo books for like the longest time. That's literally. I've read most of them, but then I got bored of them. I think I sort of like fell out of love with Halo for a bit, and I just didn't get back into it again. I did adore the Harry Potter book as well, but I've not read books for a long time now. I need to get back into it. I want to read the Game of Thrones books, but like. I got a horrible feeling he's never going to finish them, so I don't want to like start reading them and then be stuck on a cliffhanger forever. I don't think I could cope with that. I can't. I need closure, damn it.
Yeah, I see that. You're one of those type of people. It's like I want to binge watch it all in one go. I don't want to wait for an episode. It's sitting on the edge, waiting for the next Obi-Wan. Is like,
Oh my god, that's been so good. I'm really enjoying Obi-Wan.
Yes,
I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's
no
so
spoilers
good.
to anybody in the chat. But
No
it is
spoilers.
amazing. Oh my god, it's so good.
So good.
It is
And this
so
week's one was
good.
really, really good.
They portrayed
Yes.
like Darth Vader perfectly, and they got the original
Thank
voice
you.
actor to come back. It's like, oh my god, that's cool.
I know. They need to get him to record every single line they possibly can now and just keep him going forever.
Right,
That's what I think it's good.
Yes. Oh, have you seen the new Halo TV series?
It's not available here yet, but I've heard mixed. No, is it on Paramount Plus? I think, isn't it? And that doesn't launch here till the autumn. I think.
Oh.
I think I'm right in thinking that. So I haven't seen the new Star Trek series either, and I love my Star Trek. I can't help it. But like, is it Strange New Worlds? That's only on Paramount Plus, so we won't be seeing that till the autumn either. So I'm quite.
You and
I'm
my
not
hubby would get
happy.
along. He likes the Star Trek and the Star Wars,
I love Star
he's
Trek.
like super
I
nerd
love
over here.
Star
He's just staring at me like, "What you talking about? Stop talking about me." All right, so you basically like to read and watch TV and stream.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I can't say anything about that. I can't. I really can't, because I don't do much
I know.
more than that either. So, I mean,
I know, I know.
I'm a collector of hobbies, but I don't actually complete them.
No, I tend to just buy. Oh, I haven't done it for a while. I've got a habit of buying like really old game systems, almost as old as Kyle and Callum are. You know, these old 20 or 30-year-old systems. I mean, they're in the 70s at least. And I just literally got an attic filled with like old game systems and old games.
Yes,
which
I know
never
you.
play, and I
Your
should do.
group in particular, with Kyle and Callum and like Queen Vic, you guys are aficionados on consoles. So if I ever have any questions, it's like, hey, what is this console from this date? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I know. You've got to keep them. I'm just the king of never throwing old game consoles away. That's what it is.
That's okay too. I mean, still have an Atari, so
Oh wow.
old
I didn't
school
have one of those.
Atari. See, I'm dating myself. I'm not 21 anymore. Okay, but still, well-seasoned chicken, pretty top too. So, okay, so here comes a very, very hard question. Why did you start streaming?
Well, I don't really know, if I'm honest with it. It was sort of like a bolt out of the blue for me. It's not. I know I'm not the most outgoing person in the world. I'm generally. I know you probably won't believe me for saying this. Generally speaking, I'm not. I'm like incredibly introverted, and most of the time I'm quite quiet. So I don't know. I stumbled across. I think it was Callum's stream. It was Metal Triggers back in probably about. It was March, toward the end of March last year. I think I stumbled across it, and everything sort of like spiderwebbed out from there. Like I stumbled, with the Kyle's and Vic's and Daz's and yours, and everybody else Hezzy's. Everybody else went from that, and I think, I mean, I didn't have many friends back then, so I could see like all these friendships that people made. I was like, I want to do that too. And honestly, the first day I did it, I think I put it off for ages. Like I didn't tell anybody. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it. And I think one day I just put a tweet and say, right, I'm doing it on this date at this time. So I was sort of like, I don't know whether I committed myself to doing it. I was forcing myself to do it at that point. I like freaked out the day before and I like went for a walk for like an hour because I don't want to do it anymore. What would happen if I just didn't do it and just disappeared and just never came back to it? And I just sort of, like the first, I was so nervous. I think everybody is the first time. Everybody's terrified their first time.
Yeah, I almost threw up.
But, oh yeah, I was so nervous. I could barely talk, I think. But like by the end of it, it was weird. Just like you feel so relaxed to do it. It just felt like you were talking to people, you know, talking to friends at the end of it. And then it just sort of I'm surprised I'm still doing it because it is so far outside my comfort zone of something that I would do. I'm genuinely shocked that I would do it. And it's one of the best things I've ever done. I gotta be honest. It's I don't know. I've changed as a person over the last year. I'm still the same person I was before, but I'm like a more confident, outgoing version of myself, and I never thought that would happen for me. I always thought I'd be the quiet one in the corner, and those days seem to have changed now.
Yes, indeed. I love coming to your channel. It's one of my favorite channels on the weekend.
I don't understand why anybody comes at all or comes back. I don't understand it.
You don't understand the energy and charisma that you give off, James, okay? When you come in, you're like, hello! When you come in, people love that shit, okay? When you like announce, it's like, hello, how are you? That kind of thing, they love it. They love it.
I don't get it. I really don't.
It really doesn't matter what you're playing. I'm still gonna come in anyway because I love you.
even if especially if it's Tomb Raider, because I am like the best at Tomb Raider.
You are the best at Tomb Raider.
Nobody is better than me at Tomb Raider, and I will die on that hill.
I am a little disappointed you stopped playing Resident Evil, but that's okay.
Oh, it was so hard. I did 2, 3, 7, 8, but I could not get through 1. It was too hard. I've got the memory of a goldfish, so that map needs to be. I will die on this hill as well. The map in Resident Evil 1 needs to be labeled because I can't remember where anything is.
Oh my god, I thought I was the only one who said memory of a goldfish.
Oh no, I literally, I could walk.
I don't use maps. What the heck?
I could literally walk out of a room in that game and I forgot what was just in that room, and I'd have to go back in there and check again. I literally need to get like a big piece of paper and draw a map myself, I think, if I'm ever going to get through that game. And I'm going to have to move like a little figure or something around the map to work out where I am as I'm going through.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Oh. Ambulances were going by the house. I didn't want you to not hear you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'd have to like draw a map for myself and like move it like a figure around the map as I was going along, because I'd be so lost with that. I literally... I cannot fight. It's a good game. It's really good and bloody terrifying, but I just get so lost in it. The puzzles are too difficult for me, and I can't remember where anything is. Mind you, Resident Evil 2, I do like the remake anyway.
Yeah.
And obviously we do have a favorite, obviously, in Resident Evil 3 remake, obviously.
Yeah, we'll get to talk to him. We'll talk about him in a little bit. You know it's coming. But what I was going to say is on the DS, I think it was, and I have Resident Evil 1 on the DS, and I think it actually, when you flip up the screen, there's a map there automatically, plus the game is being played on the bottom half. So that map is always available. You don't have to keep flicking in and out, which is actually pretty cool. That's how I learned the first game. It's like, ah! But yeah, I have a problem with the maps.
No, as long as the map is labelled, I'm okay. But if it's unlabelled, then I'm absolutely hopeless. I will never finish it. Yeah, I will never finish Resident.
Yes,
I can try it as many times as I like, but I will never finish it. It's way too difficult.
It's not. You can do it, James. I believe in you.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
I think I spent like 2.5 months trying to get through Resident Evil 1. And I was pretty happy at one point. I was like, I feel like I'm making progress now. I think Kyle came in and said, James, you've got loads to go yet. I was like, right, that's it. And I gave up and never played it again.
See, even Vic says you will finish, Hardy.
It's easy for Vic to say. Vic is like an expert at Resident Evil. She knows Vic,
she's got all the notes,
the back of her hand. Tell you what, Vic, if you post me a notebook, maybe I'll finich Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, just send him a notebook with all of the notes in it so he has his own walkthrough, Vic. And maybe he'll finish it. He's like, don't blame me for quitting Resident Evil. Yeah, see?
No, I'm glad you told me, Kat, because I genuinely thought I was quite close to the end. I think I would have lost my mind if I tried carrying on. I literally would never. I would have gone insane, and I would never have finished it. I would have thrown all the toys at my pram.
Okay, so as a Resident Evil fan myself, which one is your favorite?
2 remake. I love it. That's my
You've
favorite
never
one.
played the OG then, right? Though the original.
I've never played any of the originals. Never.
James!
Resident Evil 5. I mean, I played that when it came out.
Resident Evil 5. Oh my god. I liked that one and hated it at the same time. I don't know why.
I liked it, but I didn't know what to expect because that was the first Resident Evil I played. So I was like, oh, this is like a cover shooter. I can get on with this. I mean, they were all the rage back then. I can get on with this. And then I played Resident Evil 7, and I was like, this is the scariest thing I've ever played. I think it took me about 3 months on my own to get through that because I think I could play it for about half, and I was like, no, this is too much for me. I need to stop. I think I got toward the end. I was like, no, you've been playing this for weeks now. You were finishing this one way or the other, and I don't think I've screamed so much in my entire life. I gotta be honest. It's so scary. Resident Evil 7. I think it's scarier than Resident Evil 8. It's one of the scariest games I've ever played.
I think Jack is the scariest boss ever.
Oh my god, he's horrible.
He's horrifying.
Oh my god, no. Oh no. No,
and when he burst through that wall the first time, I'm like, I peed my pants!
My god, I know. That might have been one of the moments. I think the first time I played, I was like, no, that's enough for today now.
Hezzy! Hezzy's here.
Hezzy!
I have to scream at Hezzy when she comes in because I love her. But
we all love Hezzy.
We all love Hezzy. But you're a fan of Dead Space, and that didn't scare you as much as Resident Evil.
I think because I've played Dead Space quite a few times, you sort of desensitize, I think. The first time I played Dead Space 2, in particular, I mean, Dead Space 1 was scary, don't get me wrong, but Dead Space 2 is a whole other level of terrifying. And honest, I love it. I can't wait for the remake of the first one to come out. But is it the Callisto Protocol? That comes out this year as well, doesn't it? That's what Dead Space. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But yeah, I love Dead. I like the story. It's like, I mean, obviously, I'm more into my space and my sci-fi and all that sort of stuff. But Dead Space is like the perfect horror game for me. Like Alien Isolation as well. Because it's in space as well. That's a perfect horror game. Anything with space, I'm all in, and I can sort of cope with those. But like Resident Evil, I couldn't. It's too scary. I mean, one game I played many years ago. Have you ever played Condemned: Criminal Origins? That one is horrifying. And I played that when I was about 14, I think, and that scarred me for life. That did. Never again. Never ever again.
Yeah, I can't wait for Dead Space, the remake.
I can't wait.
Remaster, remake. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a remaster.
I know. I think it's a remaster. Yeah.
But I've seen some of the clips from it, and I'm like, oh my god, scaregasm! I'm so excited.
It does look so good. Dead Space 2, I think, is the best one, but I wonder if they're going to remake that afterwards. I wonder. Depends on where it sells, I suppose.
Just not with the part with the needle in the eye, please. That bothered me.
Oh, God. No
God, needle in the eye.
No, the first time I did that, I was like, oh my God, what's happening? I can't go up with this.
I don't want to put it in the eye.
I don't want to play it anymore. I think that's another one of those times that like, yeah, that's enough for today, and I put the controller down and walked away from it.
Yeah, that's a no from me, Doc.
That's a no. I mean, I'm literally somebody that couldn't put contact lenses in. I think when I tried them many years ago when I was a teenager, and the optician had to take the contact lenses out of my eyes for me because I couldn't do it.
Oh.
So that Dead Space 2 was like all of my nightmares combined into one horrible thing. It was awful. It's awful.
Fatal Frame was the super scariest game I ever played. I always tell this story when people are talking about scary games. It's the only one where I had to sleep in the bed with my roommate because I was so scared.
Oh my God, is it that scary?
Well, I mean, it's not like demons or anything, but it's ghosts, okay?
Ghosts.
Yeah. And all you have to protect yourself is a camera, so you take pictures of them and like take their souls away, and then they eventually dissipate. But they're just so creepy. Check it out if you get the chance. God. Watch some gameplay. Excuse me.
I want some of that.
Some gameplay. Excuse me. What kind of podcast is this? But watch some gameplay of Fatal Frame 1, and it's like, it's the music and the ambience and the just way everything is lit. It's creepy as heck.
That's what's scarier. Yeah, it's like that in Alien Isolation. It's not the actual alien that's scary. It's when it's not there that's scary, and
it's like where is it?
To it, and the where is it? Yeah, it's the horror of not knowing where it's gonna pop from next. It's like, oh, those are the sort of horror games that really get me, and they like horrify it.
That's awesome. Okay, so what do you like most about streaming?
I think it's the social aspect, I think. I mean, I'm not particularly good at games. I don't know whether anybody's ever noticed that, but I'm not particularly good at that. It's definitely the social aspect of it. I've made so many friends through this that they'll be friends with the rest of my life. I don't know where they've been for so long, because I needed them in my life sooner. It's all about the social thing for me. I don't take it particularly seriously. I just sort of have fun and sort of wander about and hope for the best, but it's definitely the friends that you make from it. Absolutely. And I would never have thought a year ago that I would be as close to some of the people that I've met through this as I am. It's frightening, really. I don't know why, but I don't know. It's definitely the social aspect of it. I absolutely love the people in it. And we always seem to have a good time, no matter where it is, whether I'm hanging out in somebody else's stream. We always seem to have a laugh and have a good time, and it's, I don't know. I would never have thought. I was always told that the internet was filled with horrible, scary people, but that turned out not to be true.
I can pretend to be horrible and scary, but that's not going to work very well.
No.
But I agree with you about meeting a whole bunch of people I normally wouldn't have met. I mean, I don't know. I'm social, but I also like my alone time too. Plus, I was sick for a long time, so I didn't get to go out.
Of course.
So I was like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna find social interaction so I'm not at home eating paint chips off the wall? So I discovered Twitch, and then the line of Twitch brought me to everybody else. So it's like, look at these beautiful. I think it was Dazzy Bean who brought me into the fold of this particular circle, and I was like, I love these people. So it just brings you into different circles, and I love it.
Yeah, the first time I've met Daz, met him a couple of weeks ago now, and he ran away from me, so, I'll never forgive him for that. We've been married several times, me and Daz. We've been divorced, I think it's 40 times we're up to now. But, he ran away from me.
Were you upset he shaved his beard?
Yes, I was. He didn't ask my permission before he did that, so that was divorce number 32, that was.
Oh, 32 for shaving the beard. Shame on you, Dazzy.
Yeah, we're taking, we're keeping count, Carlos is a big competitor for all this, but he's been the reason for a few of these divorces as well. I'm not, to be honest, at the moment, I'm not sure whether we're still married or not, or we're still on one of our breaks. It's hard to keep track when we've done it 40 times.
There's so much drama in your inner circle there.
Oh, there is, yeah, constantly arguing.
Oh my god, how do you deal with that?
Oh, it's a full-time job, I tell you.
Your full-time job? Oh my god, you're gonna make my face hurt. Okay, all right. I gotta bit that interviewer voice on. Hang on. Stop being silly. Stop being silly. So just No, I can't. So meeting people and hanging out with your friends, basically.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Because you're like me, I'm shit at games. Okay, I come to make friends and hang out.
Excuse me, you were particularly Resident Evil. You're amazing at Resident Evil.
No, I'm not.
You are not.
No, I'm not. Which is why I did a walk-only challenge, okay? Because I'm too slow to do a speed run.
That is an accomplishment in and of itself. Usually I just stumble through these things like, I did it, I did a thing. Oh, I'm progressing now. I don't know how I did it, but I've sort of got you by chance.
But you can do something that I can't. You can platform, okay? If you want me to get mad, make me play a platforming game.
I don't know about that. Have you seen me play Sonic? I'm bloody terrible at that as well.
I've seen you play Sonic, but you keep going. You keep going, and you're diligent and vigilant about it. And me, it's like, nah, fuck that. Throw the controller.
No. No, I just get bullied into carrying on. That's what it is. Oh, you're not giving up for you. That when I sort of want to. No, you've got to keep going. It's like if you've ever played Sonic Unleashed, that game is a bloody slog to get through. It's so fundamentally broken. But my God, But I kept going. I'm glad I finished it in the end. But I will never play it ever again.
Yeah, don't throw things at me. But I've only played one Sonic my entire life, and that was Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic and Knuckles. That is a good one, to be fair. That's the only one I've ever played.
I I've not played that one. I played Sonic 1, 2, and 3. I think I played the Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and then I sort of disappeared off them for a while. Like Sonic Generations. I can't claim to be the biggest Sonic fan, I've got to be honest, because I had a big gap where I just stopped playing them for years and years and years. But Sonic, I think it was either Sonic the Hedgehog or Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games were the first games I ever played, I think. That I can remember.
On stream? What was the first thing you streamed?
No, like ever. The first thing I ever streamed was Rise of the Tomb Raider.
That
was the first game I ever streamed. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
I want to play those, but I'm terrified to play them at the same time. I seen how much trouble my husband had when he played it. I was like, I don't want to play that.
Honestly, if you're gonna play the Tomb Raider games, the Survivor trilogy, I'm probably gonna get shot down for this by anybody that's actually a true Tomb Raider fan. The Survivor trilogy is by far the best place to jump onto Tomb Raider.
If you hear that scratching, that's me scratching notes right now.
because it's the most modern one, and I've sort of gone backwards. So I played the most modern ones first. I didn't play Tomb Raider 2013, but I played the other two. And I went backwards to like the Legend trilogy, and then went backwards into the classic because they get gradually harder the further back you go. That's what I find anyway. So if you start at the very beginning, like Tomb Raider 1. I really, really struggled with it. I'm doing a bit better at it now, but I gave up on it once already. So going back and trying it again. But if you're going to play them and you haven't played them before, I would definitely start. And the Survivor trilogy is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. But I'm definitely going to get shot down for this as well. I really like the Uncharted series. And I played the Uncharted series. Yeah, I played the Uncharted series first. And I got to Uncharted 3. And that was supposedly at the time the end of Uncharted, I think. And then these Tomb Raider games started to come out. They were quite a bit like Uncharted, so I played those, and that is how I got into Tomb Raider. The first Tomb Raider games I played at all were the Survivor trilogy ones. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've never played any of those.
You should. The Uncharted games are really good. Uncharted 4 is a masterpiece. I absolutely love Uncharted 4. It's on PS4, I think that is. I think that's on PC as well now. I'm sure it is.
Yes, Hezzy, I see you screaming about Horizon. I'd love to play it. I have it, but I think it would kill my computer if I tried to stream it. And play it at the same time, so I'll have to upgrade my computer before that will ever be possible.
Yeah, I think Horizon is a fantastic game. I love my RPGs, I can't say anything, but I wouldn't dare try to run that. I don't think my PC is powerful enough to run that. Hezzy is a phenomenally powerful PC, and one day I'm going to go to a house and I'm going to steal it.
You will bow to Hezzy's PC. Yeah, I tried to play The Quarry on stream, and it was just sputtering and lagging, and the audio was cutting out. I was like, oh no, my computer's finally getting old!
No, I really want to play The Quarry too. I really want to play it, but I'm gonna probably get it for PlayStation, but it's like £70 on PlayStation, so I'm like, oh, is it really worth that? Perhaps I'll wait a couple of months until it's like 30 quid maybe, and maybe about then it'll be worth it. But I played, like, absolutely adored Until Dawn. Absolutely loved it. And then the Dark Pictures anthology, some of them were a little bit shaky, I thought. Like, Man of Medan was really good. Little Hope was not quite as good, but still good, I thought. But, what was it? House of Ashes, I didn't like at all. I didn't find it scary at all. So I got to, like, what's it called? The Quarry, I couldn't think of what it was called then. And I'm sort of like, what's this one going to be like? But it does look really good, because I saw you playing it the other day, and I was like, I dipped in and out because I didn't want too many spoilers. But I was like, it gives me really strong Until Dawn vibes, and I loved Until Dawn. I played Until Dawn so many times. It's like such an amazing game. I love it.
Yeah, Until Dawn is probably it's like super, super campy. All the characters are, it's like, yes, please kill them all because I hate them all. It's like, please, Emily, especially Emily, please spear her through the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the Quarry is like, there's characters immediately you love, and then there's like the other characters you're like, dude, what's your problem?
Yeah.
But it's a little bit more of the choose your own adventures than actual action, which is turning a lot of people off. But I do recommend you try and play it. It's pretty fun. And the Detroit Become Human is similar in that aspect, but we love Connor.
Yeah.
But we love Connor. Yes.
We do love Connor. Connor is very.
He's
very
got a
nice
swag.
on the
I
eyes.
like it. But yes, I do recommend you try it because it is fun. I haven't played any of the other ones, so I played Until Dawn, like off stream, and then I was gifted the Quarry, which is why I can afford it. Somebody gave it to me because I was having a shit week, and they gave it to me as a surprise. I was like, oh,
that's amazing.
But but then I started playing it, going, oh, this is awesome, and then the stream just did not like it. So I think it needs to be optimized, or I have a shit computer. No, computer, please don't break. Wait, okay, I know I said that. I'm sorry.
Don't tempt it.
Please do not break.
It does look really graphically intense, though, so it perhaps it does need to be optimized. I've not tried playing it on PC, any of them on PC, but I'd be too scared to, because they're so graphically intense.
I haven't heard from anybody who's played it on console if it's better on console than it is on PC. Maybe it is better. I don't know.
No, I need to get it. I'm determined to get it.
All right, so we talked about what you liked about streaming. What do you dislike about streaming?
Not much. The time management is quite difficult sometimes.
Right.
Like it's so hard. Like as back in like 2021, like, most of the UK was still closed down, so you couldn't go anywhere, you couldn't do anything, so you have plenty of time all of a sudden. But like the world is largely back to normal now. So, like, I used to stream 3 days a week. I used to do Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And I got to the point where I was just like, I can't keep this up anymore. Because you think, oh, how difficult can it possibly be? But when you think about it, it's like 3 or 4 hours is a big chunk of a day. And I was finding that I was, like, rushing around constantly. Right, I need to get everything done now before, I go off and I do this. I loved it. I absolutely do, and I still do. It's just it's hard to find the time sometimes, But I've settled into a bit of a better rhythm now. Like I do it twice a week on Fridays and Sundays now, and that's a bit easy. But sometimes that's a challenge as well, mind you. It's so hard to find the time to do it with working full time as well. It's like, and sometimes I come across like that I might be high energy, but I'm really not. And I get to the end of some of these things, and I'm so drained by the end of it. I was like, I could go for a nap for like half an hour now.
Right.
Yeah, it takes so much energy out of you. I don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. But as an introvert, it's so hard sometimes. You just need to what's the word? Calm down afterwards and get. It's why I don't. It's only like I do it on a Friday evening. I can't do it on a Sunday evening because I'm so wired at that point. I can't sleep afterwards. I need time to calm back down afterwards.
I love that. See, I don't know how people do a full-time job and stream.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how do you do that? I have a part-time job, okay? I work 5 hours on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays and Fridays, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I'm tired when I come home. The only thing I can handle is podcasts after work. So these people are like doing 4 or 5 hour streams. I'm like, how in the F do you manage to get that?
I have no idea how people do it.
At the keyboard.
Like on a Friday, it's not so bad because I know I can have a lie on the following Saturday. But like I don't know how people work full time and then do it in the week, like Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. I don't know how they do it because I'd be so exhausted by that point,
right? That
I just wouldn't have the energy to do it. But like Cal and Vic and Carl, they all do it, and Daz does as well during the week.
Teach us your ways.
How do you have so much energy?
How do you do this?
It's witchcraft.
It's witchcraft.
It is. Like I've done it once or twice. I've done it a couple of times on like a Monday where like I've stolen Vic's slot when she's not been able to stream, and I stream Spyro, which she absolutely loves. Spyro is Vic's favorite game, by the way. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And at the end of it, I'm just like, my God, I could literally just sleep for about 3 days after doing that. How anybody does it, I do not know, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I take my hat. I'm not wearing a hat, but I'll take it off, and I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, we take our hats off to you. How do you do this? And the people who do more than 5 hours, I'm talking about these crazy mofos that do 12 and 24-hour streams. How do you survive this madness? I want to know.
I don't. Yeah, I think the longest I've ever done was on a Sunday. I think it was 6.5 hours. And it took me days to recover after that.
Right.
I don't know how anybody does it, honestly. I really, really don't. I'm very impressed. I need to steal somebody's energy. That's what I need to do.
But James, you and I have this weird specific type of streaming persona, I should say. We're just out there. We're throwing all our energy at the screen. We're saying hello to... Speaking of Dazzy Bean, anyway, we're throwing our energy and excitement at the screen. We're talking to people. We're gaming. We're doing 5,000 things at once. So after our screens, we're spent. That's it. Spoons are all gone.
Spent. Yeah. It's weird. It's like in normal life, I'm reasonably reserved, and then all of a sudden I sit in front of this PC and everything comes out of my mouth all in one go, and I just sit here thinking sometimes, why did I just say that? I'd never say that in any other circumstance. Right? What is this nonsense I'm spouting at the moment? I just don't understand where it comes from. It's bizarre. It's like, you'd think, wouldn't you, considering you sat in front of a camera, anybody can see it, anybody can click onto it and see it, and you think, surely this is the situation where I should be more reserved. Not with people that I've known for like a decade. No, just like randomly throwing everything out there. It's so strange. It's something about... I don't know what it... I'm not that kind of person, generally speaking. It's something about Twitch that just makes me just go insane. I don't know what it is.
But this is one of the reasons I love you, is because you're such a real person, okay? There's a lot of people on Twitch that have this fake persona. When they get on there, it's like they gotta be a super badass or a pro gamer. You're like, I am a real person. Let me tell you about my freaking day, how tired I am. I have a stomach, I'm sick. I've got all this going on. I love that about people who are real when they talk to you on stream.
I saying about energy, I don't know how people have got the energy to try and be somebody they're not, because it takes so much energy to do something like that. I don't get it. I've got such a goldfish memory. I think I'd forget what I was saying from time to time.
I love that. You're so fake. No, you're not, Dazzy. Shut up. I love you.
You're not, Daz. Daz, we're gonna get divorced for the 41st time if you carry on. Oh.
James is fake about how many walkthroughs he uses. Do you use walkthroughs, James?
Yes, I do quite often. I'm very public about it. I literally half the time say, right, I'm looking at a walkthrough, and I show the walkthrough as well. No, I usually for 2 minutes, because I'm at the end of my tether now. I don't know what on earth I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going for a walkthrough, and they never let me forgive it. They've never forgiven me for it. Particularly in Tomb Raider 2, where I cheated I used a cheat code right at the very start of the game. And they've never forgiven me for it. I know. I should be ashamed.
But also, you have one stage up from me. Also, you use a camera, which means you have to look presentable. Not me! I'm in my pajamas. Oh, so you have to look presentable and happy. Me, I'm over here like picking my nose while I'm playing, so I'm good.
I've looked at myself sometimes. I've sat down and not really thought about it, and then you switch to the screen where you can actually see your face, and you think, "Oh my god, look at the state of me today. I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards." Honestly, I don't know what the state I look like sometimes. Back when I first started, that would have really bothered me, but these days I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I just don't care. Let's just move on.
I love it.
My hair today looks ridiculous. It's far too long. I'm going to cut next week, and I can't wait. But I just got to the point. I can't do anything with it. I'm just going to accept the fact that I can drag through a hedge backwards, or like I can connect it to a car battery. My hair's through the roof. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
The height of your hair, James. Some days it's little to the left. Sometimes it stands straight up. I love it.
Sometimes it's got a mind of its own. I can literally sit there sometimes and look at myself towards the end, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be tired after this. My hair reflects how the day has gone. It's completely flat, and I was like, oh right, okay, then that's what it's gonna be. One of these days I'm gonna turn up, it's just all gonna be shaved off, I think, because I'm just gonna give up. I just don't care
I don't think
anymore.
I can imagine bald James.
No, I'm rather aggressively going grey. But I'm not going bald quite yet. I think I'll be completely grey by the time I'm 30. If I follow my father's footsteps, I'll be completely grey by the time I'm 35.
Nothing wrong with grey hair. My hair's completely grey. It's been that way since I've been 16. So it's like, no, it's I don't care anymore. I'm not even gonna dye it.
I tell people in work, and we need to make a pact on this now, that if one day you see me and my hair has gone a completely different colour, so like jet black or something like that, I've tried dyeing it and it's gone horribly wrong. So we're not going to acknowledge it. We're all going to know what's happened, but we're not going to talk about it, and we're just going to move on, and gradually my hair will go back to its original colour.
You dyed it black?
No. What I mean is, if I ever try to do it,
Oh, okay.
and it goes completely wrong, you'll see that it's gone completely wrong. We won't acknowledge it, and we'll just carry on as if nothing has happened. We'll all know what's happened, but we'll just pretend like nothing has gone horribly wrong.
You need
Unless
those
I turn up
brush-in
one-
ones where you don't even notice somebody's dyed their hair.
Yeah,
So
I
you
should
won't
do
even
it.
see it.
I know.
As long as you're not
this-
allergic to it and your head doesn't swell up.
Oh my god, that would happen knowing my luck. Knowing my luck, I would. This pretended to be 21 bit. I mean, I am 21. It's going very well when I've got lots and lots of grey hair. It's going so well.
I'm gonna get him a shirt that says, I'm only 21.
I'm at least 21 years of age.
I'm at
Technically
least
speaking,
21.
that is true.
Oh my god, that's amazing. All right, but you look adorable on stream, and your setup is so
That's
nice.
very kind. That's
You
very
can see
kind.
your cool shelf and your little Pac-Man thing in the back. It's like I'm
Oh,
always looking
God,
back there. It's
yeah.
like, does he have anything new? I'm always snooping at other streamers' stuff.
I've had that for like 10 years. I'm glad I could actually finally use it for something useful.
It's too good. It's too good. All right. What is the most challenging part for you as a streamer, besides time management?
Finding things to talk about half the time. I
Oh.
don't. It's like sometimes you can like sit there, and you're about to go live, and you're like, I have absolutely no idea what to say right now. I can usually tell because I'm fumbling over everything. I'm like, I mean, the weather outside's been nice, isn't it? I mean, it hasn't rained today, which is a first for where I am. I literally stumble from thing to thing, and I'm like, and then you look down and think, I've been talking about nonsense for about 25 minutes now. I'm like, what do I do now? That is the hardest thing, I think, too. Usually, it's not so bad because you bounce off other people and you like have a conversation with people. But sometimes you sat there and you're like, I have no idea what to say right now. I'm too tired for this. I don't know what's happening. And then eventually you sort of relax and you get back into it then. But I find it hard sometimes to think of things to just say. Like, what have you done today? I was like, but I've sort of sat behind a desk and worked all day. That's all I've really done. I don't do anything interesting to talk about. That's the issue.
See, we find you interesting. You don't find yourself interesting, but we find you
No, I
interesting.
don't.
But no, I'm on the same level with you are. But problem is when I talk about stories, weird shit will come out of my mouth. Okay,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I've had some
Yeah.
really, really weird things happen to me through my childhood. It's like, and then I'll just start talking like, "Hey, randomly, I was arrested twice," and people are like, "What? What? Why?" It's like, this is the kind of topics that I just randomly say. And then some days
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there like, somebody please come in before I start talking about the color of my toenail polish. Please! Please!
I mean, usually on a Friday, I'm a glass of wine in by that point. So by that point, you can't shut me up. That's the issue there. Is I can drone on about any old rubbish for a while then. You can try your best, but you ain't shutting me up at that point.
We don't want you to shut up. And what kind of wine do you
No.
like?
Ooh, no.
I'm very curious.
If I say anything other than Kylie wine, Kyle will probably murder me. But I quite like I quite like white. I do so like a Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon Blanc. I think I quite like. I do like Chardonnay, but yeah. But I've gotten into red lately. I do like a Malbec. I do quite like. It always used to give me headaches, but I think as I've got older, I think I've gradually got a bit more. My tolerance has got better, shall we say? And I don't get headaches from it anymore. So I've matured into the red wine variety, I should say.
Yeah, I really don't like any type of alcohol at all.
No,
I
nothing
don't
at all,
I don't know
no.
why. My sister gave me some kind of wine on Thanksgiving last year. It was like a pumpkin spice or something, and I was like, what is that? And I was like running around like my tongue out.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, stop being dramatic, and I fell on the floor and
I
stuff.
know.
But anyway, it's like, it's so gross. Why do you like it? But I can understand
Yeah.
why people like it. It calms you down, it chills you out.
Oh yeah, that's why I need it. I think like Prosecco, I'm not the biggest fan of because it's too fizzy. I can have it's like the one thing you have it at Christmas or you have it at New Year's. You have one glass of it, and that's enough because I'm so bloated after it. I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore.
You can't have a
That's
bloated
my-
James.
Oh no. No.
Yeah, no.
I could be, no. I'd be walking on the place farting constantly. I can't have that.
Oh my god, my face hurts. Okay. Alright, I'm good. Alright, but okay, yeah, the dead air. Worse. Okay, the dead air is a problem. Okay, sometimes I'll get on there, especially when I'm doing like the diamond painting streams. I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm sticking gems onto this canvas. What the hell do I talk about?
Exactly. So yeah, and like when you, particularly when it's Tomb Raider, and you're like, you've done, James, you've done this, you've been trying to do this one part of this level for like an hour now, and you're thinking, there's only so many more times I can scream about how frustrated I am. I don't know what else to say, and then I just panic. I was like, somebody please just tell me what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Please help me. And sometimes it works. Usually that's when the walkthroughs come out, if I'm honest with you. It's the sheer panic at that point.
Oh, speaking of that, Dazzy, your Dead Space playthrough with James. You two are amazing together.
You just cannot get the help these days. I was trying to do that puzzle, and he was just letting me die. As far as I was concerned, he was doing absolutely nothing behind me. I saw nothing happening, and he was just wandering around having a wonderful time. And I was there, racking my brains, trying to solve this very difficult, challenging puzzle for shoving 2 bits of metal together, I think. And he was doing absolutely nothing. Honestly, you just cannot get the help, I tell you.
I know there
honestly.
was a clip I did about something, but Dazzy was getting attacked. He was like, ow, that hurts, ow, ow. And you're like, I can't do this when you're yelling. It's like, oh my god, these two, they're just so good. They're so good.
Honestly, it's just, you could have worked just a little bit harder, I think, to be honest with you.
But yeah, guys, follow Dazzlek and follow James, because these two, when they play games together, they are freaking hysterical. I'm talking about side hurting pain. They're so funny. Oh my god.
Daz is a lot of fun to play with. He really is.
But I love that. I love that the way your community all fits together. And don't say anything dirty, James. It all fits together. How I knew you were gonna do that. But you guys are really, really close, and I love that.
Yeah, I would never thought. Yeah. I don't know how I've managed to stumble on such an amazing group of people. They've really changed my life. I don't think they realize how much they've changed me for the better. It's quite scary. The thing is, they didn't know me before I did any of this. How much of a quiet, reserved, and really like self-conscious and anxious person that I was. It's unbelievable what they've done for me, and I don't think I'll ever be able to thank them enough for what they've done for me. Honestly. They know who they are, in particular, but still, it's frightening. When I do look back, because it was my anniversary not long ago, and I looked at my original stream, I was like, my god, I can see myself how much I've changed. It's, and I owe it to them. I owe it to all of them, and yeah. I'm gonna cry.
You cry? I don't have any tissue. I can't give you tissues. I'm sorry.
Put them in the post. They'll get you eventually.
Yep. Oh, the portal. Yeah, I'll put it through the portal for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now that I went on sidetrack again, I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm supposed to be on track. Hello, you are a podcaster. Well, no, I'm not a podcaster. I just interview people on my channel. That's all I do. Okay, so we're gonna talk about your favorite subject: consoles.
Ooh.
Which is your favorite console and why?
Of all time or the current generation?
All time.
Okay, right. My favorite. It's a bit of a weird one to choose, I think, but my favorite console of all time is the Xbox 360. I absolutely adored the Xbox.
I would never have guessed that.
Despite all the problems the Xbox 360 have, with its hardware failures, I adored the Xbox 360, and I still do. And when I was a kid, my father had a Mega Drive, which I've still got. He gave it to me, and I played a lot on PS1. I sort of lost interest in gaming around the PS2 era. I really got into PCs at that point. Not really gaming on PCs, but like building them and fiddling with PCs. And I sort of lost interest with it. And then the Xbox 360 came out, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I adored the 360. I got so many games for the 360. And there was just I don't know what it is. I don't know whether, I think everybody gets like an age, I think, because I was a teenager when the 360 came out. And all of a sudden I think I was going into sixth form, which is like, it's not, I think college for you, I think, is university, isn't it? But college for us is like 16 to 18 years of age, and you get a lot of free time because you only do a couple of subjects at a time. I think I was only in school like 3 or 4 days a week, I think, for a couple of hours a day. So all of a sudden, the idea is during that free time you're supposed to study, but like hell did I do that. I spent all my time on the Xbox instead. And there were just so many franchises back then that I loved, like the Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout, New Vegas, the Halo 3 when that came out, and Reach and ODST, and then the Mass Effect games, the Bioshock games. There was just so many games of that generation. I mean, I had a PS3 as well, but like the Xbox 360 was my console of choice, and all my best gaming memories come from that generation. I think I absolutely adored the Xbox 360. I think it will always be. I don't know whether it was the system itself or it was just the period of time that it was. I'll never really know, I suppose. But I absolutely love the Xbox 360 with a passion. I think it's the best system ever made. I love it, and I'll always, even like the Xbox One and the PS4, they were great systems. Obviously, that was the generation that came after, but they never quite had the same pull factor to me as the 360 did. I lived on my Xbox 360 when that came out. I dread to think the number of hours I spent on that system. I love it so much, and it was the first time I think I played online as well. So with Xbox Live through the 360, all of it through there. So
I don't think you named any game except one that I haven't played. Two. I haven't played Mass Effect, but I haven't played any of the Halo. Everything else is like yes.
Yeah, mind you saying that. The Dead Space games as well. They were on the 360 as well. Dead Space, I love them as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking about the darkness this morning. If I can get my Xbox 360 to work, which it doesn't like me, it sounds like an airplane when I try to turn it on. So. It's like, okay, it's not going to take off somewhere like a drone, but I wanted to play the Darkness in Lollipop Chainsaw, but I saw an article that they're remaking Lollipop Chainsaw.
Oh,
so
are they
I'm
really?
so excited. Yes.
Yeah. Is it wrong that I don't feel like, because obviously I'm old, when you think about how old the 360 games, the 360 and the games that were on that I mean, they're about 15 years old, some of those games now.
Yeah.
And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, there's no way those games are old enough to be remade yet.
Right?
But then when you sit down and you think, oh God, actually that came out 15, 16, 17 years ago. So, oh my God.
Just imagine, James. I am 13, probably 13 more years older than you are. So I am an old lady, but I have the heart of a 20-year-old. So it's just the way. I don't want to act my age because talking about mortgages and children does not fascinate me.
I don't think I ever matured past the age of about 16, 17, if I'm honest with you.
Right.
I'm a 16, 17-year-old in the body of a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, 21-year-old. 21.
21. You're 21, James.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked a lot of games on the Xbox. So I think when we bought it, we got Viva Pinata, and we played that forever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why it was so addictive with the weird pinata animals, but that's fun. I
was so into the three. Like, I bought the Connect when it came out as well, and that was the biggest waste of money on the face. It was awful.
True facts. True facts.
But I had to have everything on that. I don't know what I've still got. It probably doesn't work, but I've still got the damn thing. I can't think of the last game I played on it. Was it might have been Connect Adventure or something like that? And I was like, I don't think I bought any more games for the Connect after like the first batch that came out. I can't. I love it.
But I'm sad to say that I really enjoyed the Dreamcast as well.
I do love the Dreamcast. Funny enough, that my Dreamcast is in front of me at the moment. I do love the Dreamcast, but I didn't have the Dreamcast when it came out. I had it a couple of years later. So by that, and it was like during the PS2 era, and I just wasn't into games at that. I was still playing stuff, but nowhere near as much as I did in the PS1 era or the 360, which is weird because like a lot of people of my age, and most people
of my
find
age,
21. The PS2 is their favorite one, and the PS2 is the iconic, the GameCube, that generation. But it just wasn't for me. I had no interest in. Well, I did have some interest in game, but I lost so much interest in it back then. So much interest. I don't know what happened really. I'm like the biggest nerd on the face of the planet. Why did I stop? Maybe that's when I turned to PowerPoint and I started to learn PowerPoint, and that became my new baby.
We're going to be getting to that too. Your PowerPoint obsession. It's in the list. I'm going to ask you about it. But the two games I always played on the Dreamcast was Code Veronica and Soul Calibur. Two games I constantly played. Yes, and I had a huge callus because I kept playing Soul Calibur, and just the way the thumb knobs are set up, it was just like digging into my thumb. So eventually I had to keep wearing a Band-Aid on that thumb. It's like... It's so brutal being a gamer. you get all kinds of weird indentations in your hands.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I already have a
tell me
dent
about it.
from where I write with a pencil because I don't really write on paper. I etch in paper.
Mhm.
I push really hard on paper, so I have a dent in my finger from that. So now I have like gaming dents in my thumbs and stuff. It's like, what the heck?
See, all these consoles and controllers should come with health warnings on them.
They should.
They
But
should.
you said you were building PCs. Did you build the PC you have now?
Yeah, I built it toward the end of 2020, the worst possible time to do it, with all the
Oh my god! You must have paid a
shortages.
fortune for your parts.
I was quite lucky because I managed to get the Ryzen 5800X at launch. So how I did that, I don't know.
Mhm.
For the RRP. But the graphics card was a nightmare to find. I've got nothing that impressive. It's a 3070. That's the thing with PC gaming. You shouldn't tout your horn too much about it because as good as your PC is, there's always going to be somebody out there that's got like this £10,000 or dollar PC somewhere on. You always have to be moderate about what you say. But the GPU I've got is a 3070. And I was adamant that I was trying to get a 3080. I was like, I am not paying these prices for it. So I kept a 780 Ti in this PC that I've got, and that GPU is from 2013. And I managed to keep going with that until I managed to find a 3070 for RRP. So I refused to pay the scalper prices. I couldn't afford it anyway. I mean, back when, what was it, early 2021, late 2020, I think graphics cards were going for like £1,000 more than their retail price. No, I'm not paying that. I just stick with what I got and I will wait. And I'm glad I did. God,
yeah, when I started streaming, I started in the beginning of in the middle of 2020. So it was like, it was like, why did I do that? Or was it I can't remember, but it was around there, and everything was outrageously priced. So it was like there was no way I was getting a cheap camera or anything like that. So I was like, I gotta deal with the crap.
If like historic events could stop happening during our lifetime, that would be great. Can we have like a decade or two where things are quite boring? I quite enjoy that now. If we can have that, please.
Yeah, please. Can we be a little bit boring? No more crazy.
No more crazy pandemics or anything, please. That'll do.
And mostly where I live, people just don't wear masks anymore. Except I work in the hospital now, so I have to constantly wear it. Well, I'm not even part of the hospital. I work in the credit union for them where they get loans and stuff, so I work in the basement of the hospital, but it's still the hospital nonetheless, which is really creepy because I work right down the hall from the morgue and the autopsy room.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
oh
seriously!
My god, that would scare the hell out of me. I wouldn't sleep. No. I've seen too many horror films where the drawers start to open and the bodies get up. No, I can't do it.
I guarantee the first time I saw them wheeling somebody out, I had the biggest wicked wave of goosebumps. I'm like, oh no.
I think all of my reservedness would go away at that, but I think I'd stand there and scream probably and run away.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy down there. I think that's why they have it all in the basement. It's like we're way back in the end, but you can see them wheeling people out, and they sometimes have the door to the autopsy room open. They're like, I'm not looking, I'm just going upstairs. But I love my new job. It's just. Are you okay? You need a drink?
Yeah, I'm okay. No, I've got some. It's okay.
Okay. But yeah, because I don't have to stand on my feet for 8 hours a day. I don't have to have people screaming at me, customers threatening me, that kind of thing. Horrible, toxic bosses, that kind of stuff. So it was like, okay, so now I'm in a better environment. But I'm at ground zero if the zombie apocalypse ever happens. One, I'm in the hospital. Two, the morgue is right down the street. right down the hall from me. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh my god. The dead won't yell at you. Good choice. Good. Yes, Bobo. I know. If they yell at me, I got some problems.
I'm getting some really strong Resident Evil vibes. I sit in the police station where there's a morgue and then you've got to pull the drawers out, and that's all I can think about at the moment.
Is there an urban there?
I'm just gonna mix these together. Don't worry.
But yeah, just you building the PC at that time, I was like, oh my god, he probably spent fortunes on it because all the parts were like skyrocketed.
I could not have chose a worse time to do it. I don't know why I did it. Then I should have waited another year, but there we go.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Tomb Raider games.
Uh-oh.
I know we talked a little bit about it. You said that which one was your favorite again?
I think It depends, I think, which like series if you look. If it's the modern series, it's definitely Rise.
Okay.
If it's the Legend series, I'd say Tomb Raider Legend. Carl's gonna kill me for that because I didn't say Underworld. I'm in a lot of trouble for saying that.
Okay, we won't tell him.
Older ones, we won't tell him. And if it's the older ones, I really like the Angel of Darkness, which is the most broken Tomb Raider of them all. But I really like it.
Everybody likes a garbage game. Everybody likes that garbage game that nobody else likes. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
I don't understand it.
It's like,
Carl's
okay.
gonna be furious with me now. Yeah, I much prefer Legend to Underworld because Legend was so much easier and I needed a break.
You cannot hide from me.
God, it's a year, that shit. I'm in trouble now.
You are in trouble. You are in trouble. But
I'm in
like
trouble.
I said, I have no experience with the Tomb Raider games at all. I haven't played any of them.
I'd recommend them. They're definitely... But start with the Survivor trilogy because they are the easier ones.
Yeah. But we also want to talk about your obsession with Spyro.
Oh my god.
Please tell me about your obsession. Why do you like it so much? What are the things that draw you to it? How long have you been playing it? Why is it those kind
Well, a Spyro I've been playing since it came out on the PS1 as a kid. Spyro was my go because I did play Sonic first. I played Sonic way before, but Spyro for some reason, I want to say Spyro might be one of the first PS1 games I played. It was 98, I think it came out, and particularly I had Spyro 1 and 3. But Spyro 1 was always like my feel-good game for some reason. Like if I was feeling a bit rubbish, if I was ill or something off from school for not feeling well, I would always play Spyro 1, and I played it so many times. And I literally got, like, when they did the Reignited trilogy, I think I literally screamed. I was so excited that it was coming up. Vic, how dare you? I couldn't get over how good that they've managed to remaster. It's like a perfect remaster, and it's it's not a particularly difficult game. It's just a really happy one. It's like so many games that come out are dark and gritty and scary, but Spyro's all happy and lovely. I love
Dark,
Spyro.
gritty, and scary.
Yeah, gritty and scary. That's what all games are these days. But Spyro's happy and upbeat. I don't know what it is about Spyro. Particularly Spyro 1, always manages to put a smile on my face. I have absolutely no idea why. I don't know. I play even like when the PS2 was out. I used to go back and play Spyro 1 all the time. And like when they started releasing PlayStation 1 games on the PS3, Spyro was the first one I bought. I don't think I could buy Spyro more times, the PS1 version of Spyro anyway, more times than I have. I've got it on everything. I think I have the Reignited trilogy on PC, Xbox One, and Switch. But I don't have it for PS4, so I'm missing it for PS4. I need to get that one. I don't know what it is. I absolutely adore it. And he's so cute as well. He's so cute and he's got an attitude. I love it.
Everybody has that one game that they have like on all. When I first started playing Resident Evil 4, which I can't play anymore because of motion sickness, but I had it for the GameCube, I had it for the Wii, I had it for the PlayStation and the Xbox. So I had it for everything. Like, I love this game. But now I can't play it because it gives me motion sickness. So I'm very happy that they're remaking it. So maybe I can play it.
Yeah. I've never played Resident Evil 4. I have it for PS2, but I've never played it.
What? Why
I'm sorry. I know.
That was high pitched.
I was gonna play it, but then they've been talking about for a long time, haven't they, that there's a remake coming for it. So I was like, and I saw Kyle play it, and Kyle wasn't the biggest fan of Resident Evil 4. And I saw it, it doesn't look as scary as... The thing is, because I'd only played the 2 and 3 remakes, and of course 4 came out a while ago now, so it's a bit... It's not aged all that well, I think. So I think I'll wait for the remake. I've been waiting for the remake to come out, and now they've announced it. That sort of like put the nail in the coffin. I'll probably never play the original, but I will definitely play the remake when it comes out. I'm really looking forward to it. As long as Leon has the correct uniform for it. Obviously, he has to have his Leon Noir outfit, obviously.
Yep, but I've seen some of the screenshots of how they adapted his face, which is amazing. They made him look a little older, but he still looks like Leon from the remakes, which I like.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's going to be really good.
I'm very upset with you haven't played the OGs, because RE2 OG is my favorite. RE2 OG.
Is it really?
Because it's cheesy as hell, but it's great. The music in it is in my DNA now. You know, I can hear it. I can hear it sometimes. You know, it's like safe room music.
Yeah. Like I've never played the original Resident Evil, but I've watched like Vic and Daz and Kyle and Callum play it, and the voice acting in that
is so bad.
It's so bad, but
It's
that's
the best
part
kind
of
of
the
cheese.
charm of it. Yeah, it's amazing. Particularly the live action video they do at the start. It's like, oh my god, but it's so amazing.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, Jill's sandwich? Come on! What the heck?
Somebody got paid to write that.
The guy who originally did Leon's voice in RE2, he actually passed away. Very, very sad.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
that's sad.
I
I didn't know
think
that.
he had something. I can't remember if it was cancer or something, but
Oh,
he
no
passed
way.
away. But so I every time I play it, I'm like, we're playing this for you, bro, because your voice acting was amazing back in the day. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yes. But you should try it, James. You'd like it.
I should. I don't. Well, I could try it.
Throat
I'll
cancer.
try it, but I
Thank you,
don't-
Jen. Yeah, I thought it was
Oh, that's
cancer.
awful. Yeah. I will. I don't know whether I should try out the original Resident Evil 4 and just wait for the remake. Perhaps I get on with. I don't want to play the original one. But I can't do this, and then be my opinion of the remake tarred by that. I suppose.
Well, I mean, the original RE, the original OG, I think
Oh,
I like it better than the remaster.
really?
Yes.
Perhaps I'll have
I
to
mean,
give
it
a-
gets
Is it
repetitive.
easier?
It gets repetitive, but I personally think it's better. Please do not flame me in my own podcast. But
Uh-oh.
and the second Resident Evil's the same way. I mean, it has parts in it that it's like from the remake, you're like, whoa, that's so different. Even the police station is almost completely different in the front. So it's like, that's pretty cool. It's really cool to see all the differences. But I love them both, obviously, because of how much I play Resident Evil 2, for God's sake.
You know that game back to front.
Actually, I still haven't gotten an S rank in the B.
Really?
The B scenario with Leon.
The B scenario. That's hard.
Yeah, I've
isn't it?
not gotten it. I think I've gotten a B, which I'm very embarrassed
See,
to
now,
say.
that's the difference. See, I was happy to just finish it. I was like, oh, I managed to get to the end. This is good.
Yeah, but it's like, I still haven't platinum the game. I want to eventually, but, you know, me
It's
and my
hard.
time management with the trying to get S rank in something.
It's hard.
I'm so bad. I'm so bad, which is why I can only do walk only and like kill all enemies. Because if I try to speed run, I'll make an ass of myself. Thank you.
Yeah, but still, doing a walk only is still impressive. I mean, that means you couldn't run away from anything.
Mr. X, actually, technically, he does not ever reach you. If you just keep walking,
Really?
he will never hit you.
To be honest, I'm too terrified of Mr. X to walk from it. I'd have to run away like a lunatic from him. He's horrified. It's the footsteps.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know where he is. Oh my god. I know he's around here somewhere. But,
The hardest part was the second phase of Bill with the crane. Because it's like, I can't run. I have to walk. I have to get him to go over here. So I have to just walk in a circle. Please, walk over here, please.
I know. I think I got to that point when I was playing as Jill, and I was like, I had no bullets or anything left at that point. I was like, I made a complete mess of this. I had to start again.
No! Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right. All right, back to Resident Evil. Oh, no, I keep going back to Resident Evil. I am so sorry. So, would you say Spyro is your go-to game?
I think so. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. I think if I just want to play something quick, I might jump onto like Portal, because those games are not long. And I
Oh, that's right.
absolutely
You do
adore
like Portal. That's right.
I love it. But if I've got like a day to myself, I really like my long like story-based RPGs, so I might dive into like Mass Effect or Elder Scrolls or Fallout. But if I wanted a game to make me feel better, it would definitely be Spyro. I absolutely love that game.
Yeah, when are you gonna play Skyrim on stream? I'd love to watch that.
I should do. I do have it on PS3, and I've got it for PC, I think, as well.
Mhm.
But I've not played that for years and years and years. So I might play that again. We're all waiting for the new one to come out, though. Well, it'll come out in about 10 years' time. I
You
think,
said
so
something
that
about gray hair.
it's
You're really gonna be gray by the time that comes out.
I'll be white by that point.
Right? But I'd love to watch you play that. That would be fun.
I'll have to add it on the list.
Add it on the list because
It's on the
Pizzachan
list.
said so. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just
It is a good game.
because you make things fun to watch. I mean, like I
Oh,
said, I've
that's
never
really nice
played
of you
any
to
of
say.
those weird Sonic games, and I'm like watching, going, "What is going on in this game?" And I'm like, "I don't care. It's James. I don't care. I'll just hang out."
Sonic games have the best music. That's the best part of it. I
Oh
love the
my
music in
god,
Sonic
yeah, they
games.
do. I never
They're so
noticed it.
upbeat. Yeah, there are bad Sonic games, don't get me wrong, but there is not a Sonic game that exists that has bad music in it. It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
I'll take your word.
Okay.
Okay, what is the one thing that you didn't expect when you started streaming?
I'd still be doing it a year later. That's what I honestly.
You're still
I
doing
thought I might.
it. You're still
I'm
doing
still
it.
doing it. It's horrifying. I never ever thought. I thought I'd do it once, make a complete mess of it, and then never do it ever again. I didn't think I'd still be a year later doing it. It's like one of those. I don't know how long I'll do it for. That's the weird thing. I think the day I stop finding it fun will be the day I stop doing it.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I'm just so surprised I'm still doing it, if I'm honest with you. And the people keep coming back. I do not understand that for 1 minute. I don't get it. I really
You don't know how charming you are, do you? This is why we come back.
I'm just an idiot with a microphone and a webcam that only works half the time.
That's what all streamers are. Basically, we're playing a game, but we're trying to be showmen while we're playing a game. You know what I mean? We humiliate ourselves. We do things that are disgusting, like eating those bean boozled things.
Oh God.
We do long stretches of stuff that we're not supposed to do. It's like, okay, this. We're just entertaining you by our own punishment. See, speaking of bean boozled, hey PJ. But yeah, we do all of this stuff to entertain people, and then you're like, why in the hell are you in my chat in the first place? I am a wackadoo. No. But
I don't get it, yeah. Why are you here? What possible reason could you have to be here?
Okay, so you don't have any high aspirations to become partner or anything like that, right?
Oh no. I'm surprised I got to 50, and I've never set like any targets for myself or anything. I'm doing this entirely because I enjoy it, and if something comes of it, something comes. To be honest, I don't want anything to come of it, because I think if it ever did, I mean it never will, but if it ever did become like partner or any, thousands of followers and the rest of it, I think it would become more like a job.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want it to be a job. This is escapism for me. This is where I come when I want to get away from the real world. I don't want to work at this. I just want to sit here and play games and have fun. I don't want the responsibility of like having too many. I'm quite content where I am. I do not want to grow. I must be one of the weird people to say that. It's like, oh yes, I want to get X number of followers by X date, and I just having a good time, if I'm honest with you. I really don't care.
You're so fucking wholesome. I love it. You're like, no, I don't care about the money. I don't care about growing. I just want to have fun. This is my escape from my life that you think is boring. But but I love
it.
It
is. It's just so much fun, and I think if it ever became serious, it would stop being fun and I'd stop enjoying it. So I'm like, no, I don't want that. I really don't want that.
Yes, but I do admire that. That is awesome. Mm. I've talked to a variety of people, and some people want to set their sights really, really high, and then some people are like, nah, not interested in partner at all. I love each person's answer is completely different, and I love that. This is where I love to do podcasts. It's like I want to know what other people's opinion is of the streaming world, because I'm relatively new to it. So
I think there's nothing wrong with having like what's the word? Aspirations, I should say, to be big on the platform and all the rest of it. And all the power to them for doing it. And if they get there, congratulations to them, really. But it's just not what I want. It really, I feel like it'd be too much pressure all of a sudden.
Too much pressure. Yes, because you have to have what is it? 75 people, a concurrent standing of 75 people in your chat. I can't have more than 20 people in my chat, and I'll lose my mind. It's like, because I want to talk to everybody. I want to acknowledge them and let them know that I know they're there, and I thank them for being there. But when you have 119 people in your, it's like, how do you do that? Well, how do you balance that shit?
I don't tend to watch many streamers that have got like hundreds of people in their chat, but sometimes I do. Like I stumble across things and I watch for a bit, and you just see the chat flying up the wall, and and they don't acknowledge what's going on there. And I'm like, well, the whole joy of this for me is the social aspect of it. So if the tech is just flying past, there's no social aspect to it whatsoever. You're not engaging with anyone. So that would suck all the joy out of it for me, and I don't think I'd enjoy it. I think it never would get to that point anyway, but if it ever did, I'd stop, because I would not enjoy it at all.
But yeah, I've interviewed a couple of bigger streamers, like Sarah Avium. She's a partner. She is strictly like non-camera horror streamer. She plays every type of horror game there is. Anything from indie to the AAA titles. But she's working her way up. She actually did a voice acting on a video game called The Witch's Hour.
Oh yeah.
Which is amazing because she does anime voices, which is really, really cool. But I can see her going extremely far. And then there's people who are like, nah, I don't really care where I go. And I love that too. It's like there's just such a unique like tower of different people are like, no, I don't really care. And some people are like, if it happens, it happens. And some people don't even look at their numbers. They're just like, I just do it for fun. Like you, James. You're just like, no, I just want to hang out with my buds. I don't really care. I'm gonna sit here and get lost on this game, and it's gonna be great.
It makes no difference to me if there's loads of people that are only, as long as the people I care about are there, then that's enough for me. That's all I want. I don't want anything more than that, because I think it would suck the enjoyment out of it for me. That's the whole point of it for me. So
I love that. You need to do a meet greet so I can come meet you. One day when I go over to the UK, I'm gonna find everybody and we're gonna have a big like feast. We're gonna eat pizza. You watch.
Oh, yeah, I'll watch.
All the pizza. I love pizza.
We won't let you leave though. That's the problem. We'll just keep you here forever then.
As long as it's cooler weather, I might stay.
Okay, we can work on that.
This 32 degrees stuff is really killing me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. It got to like, 23 years and I was melting. That was enough for me.
It's like when you walk outside and it's like a wall of hot, wet blanket. It's like, no, man, I gotta go to work. No.
I could not do that. No, we don't have air conditioning here, mind you. So when it does,
I'll bring mine with me. It's fine.
Oh, bring it with you. Right,
I'll bring mine with me, so it's all good.
We're all sorted. We're all sorted. Brilliant.
All good. I'll live in somebody's basement. It'll be good. Totes cool. Anyway, so what is your most productive time of the day? I would ask. When do you do all of your PowerPoint overlays?
I'm not much of a morning person, so it's not first thing in the morning. It takes me until about 10 o'clock to wake up. I mean, I'm up, but I'm not really awake, if that makes sense, till about 10 o'clock in the morning. I think my most productive time of the day is probably mid-morning, I think. Probably like 10 o'clock through to about midday. Mm-hmm. And then I go for lunch, and then it's just sort of gradual slide of productiveness, and it goes down and down and down and down until that point.
I feel that.
Yeah, and I get to like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, well, I've only got an hour left now, so I'm like, I mean, what could I really accomplish in the next hour? And the usual conclusion is nothing, so I sort of sit there and do nothing for an hour. Very productive. I hope nobody that employs me is listening to this.
Do not listen to this. Plug your ears right now.
Oh, James could be giving more work because he's managed to find a way of sitting there and doing nothing for the last hour of the day. Yeah,
I try a way to be absolutely useless for this part of the day because my brain is turned smooth and I can no longer make decisions. By that point.
Yeah, if you need a meeting, catch me early afternoon. Anything later than that, I'll just sit there in silence the entire time unless somebody really prompts me to say something. Mm-hmm. That's how I usually work.
I'm a very early morning person. So today I got up at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, God, on a Sunday?
Yes.
No.
6:30 in the morning, I was ready to work on stuff. I was like, yes, I'm gonna get this done. And then, but the problem is, once it starts to get to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, my key's turning down. And it's like, I can go to bed at 8:30 at night and be happy. It's like, but 6:30 in the morning, I am ready and productive. It's crazy.
No, I'm one of those people, though, that can be super, super tired up until they go to bed. And then you get into bed and you're like, I'm wide awake now. I'm I'm thinking about everything that I should have done through the day, and this is the time to bring it. Not first thing in the morning when I need that information in my head.
Oh my
no,
God,
but
I do
11
that.
o'clock at night when I'm just staring at the ceiling like,
I
Brain,
should
why
have
are
did
you
this
telling
thing
me all
back
this
in
stuff
like
now?
2002.
Oh, I honestly, I did. Let's think of the most embarrassing thing you've ever said or done. Now is the time to think about that. Just as you're trying to go to sleep. That's how my warped brain works.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, my brain will
honestly.
bring back that. Yeah, do you remember when you were in college and you were sketching inside of that church and you swore? Yeah, you shouldn't have did that.
And it's the most obscure thing, something you haven't thought about for 10, 15
Right?
years. Why now is that coming up? It's like, what can I possibly... I feel like having a conversation with my brain sometimes. Like, why? Why have you brought that up now? I can't do anything about that now. Why are you choosing now to bring this up? Honestly, the voices in my head, they don't help
Like,
me.
please
Oh,
shut
I tell
up.
ya.
Please. I just want to sleep right now. Why can't I think about good things like being a millionaire and have a pool and like with diamonds?
Oh, yeah.
Why am I
I like
thinking
that,
about
yeah. Can I
childhood
dream
shit?
about that? Not about all the paperwork I've got to do tomorrow. Oh, so
Like,
much fun.
ah,
Oh,
it's
it's
horrible.
the worst kind of dream to have. The worst kind of dream to have is about work. It's like, oh, fine.
I enjoy my zombie related dreams. I have a lot of those. But
Oh God, no.
the
my-
work related
I'm-
ones are usually extremely bad because I'm missing an article of clothing.
Oh
So
God.
it's like, please, why? Why are you doing this to me right now?
No,
But
I don't know what it is. I'm not an argument. I very, very rarely argue with people. But it seems like because if somebody's like being irritating, I just try to keep it to myself. But it seems like when I go to sleep, I think of all the things I wanted to say to this. I have an argument with people I should have had during the day in my sleep, and I wake up the following morning like, that was good together. It didn't really happen, but that was good together. Oh God.
I do the same thing, James. I don't know.
Oh.
We're a lot alike.
I can't.
It's like that's when I have an argument with somebody. It's like I think of all the things I could have said after the
Yeah.
argument, and I'm like,
Oh,
No,
don't
that
never
makes me
say
feel
that
worse.
again, because I thought of something to say. I never actually said it, but I thought about it, and that's all I
thought
need.
about it. That's right. I love it. I love it. It's so good. Excuse me. Oh my god.
Oh, it's.
Now it's attacking me. You give me 1 second. Ugh, you made me laugh so much, but my throat was dry. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. So what's coming up for your channel? Like, what games do you have up? Do you have more collaborations? Do you have any charity streams?
Not charity stuff, but Long Stars is available. We'll carry on with Dead Space. We do play on Callum's channel. This is my John Metal Tricks' channel. We do play Dead Space. We do play Phasmophobia every Saturday, and that's always a lot of fun. There's usually copious amounts of alcohol involved in that too, so that's always quite a bit of fun. Usually involves me screaming and dying a lot, but you know. Callum is the professional, and I'm the one that dies like an idiot every single time while screaming about how the ghost is going to kill me. That's usually what happens. And I'll carry on suffering through Tomb Raider. I say suffering. Enjoying Tomb Raider on a Sunday. I'll carry on with that.
Everybody suffers when they play
Sunday.
Phasmophobia. There's always that one person that like YOLOs in and starts smack talking the ghosts and makes them all mad. And then there's the person who wants to stay in the
Yeah.
car, and it's like, okay, all right, I'm the person who always runs in and dies first because I won't shut up. So I'm like, hey ghost, what's up, yo?
The ghosts, they always pick on the person who feels the most secure about not dying, and then they come after them. They always do.
Right? Yeah, they're brutal at times, and all of the
They really
updates,
are.
it's like that's kind of creepy, very creepy.
Yeah, you get very, very confident about it, and then all of a sudden, they update it, and then you're completely lost, and you have to start again from scratch every single time. So no, I'm no longer confident about this.
Daniel, you dick! Yeah, I remember Daniel, Jen. Oh, there was this one ghost named Daniel. Okay, we went in and
Yeah.
I was also playing with I think it was Queen 17KB and it was Pistol Pete. We were all playing and we were going in there, and he was just picking us off one by one because Queen went in there and started smack talking him, and I was the last one alive. But I was right at the door. He slammed the door in my face and killed me right on the spot.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God,
oh, you
yeah.
jerk!
That's happened so many times. I think there's a clip somewhere. I think when Vic was playing and I joined, I literally scream at them, "Get out! This is my house!" And the ghost literally slams the door in my face and kills me. It's the most, it's the most horrible thing ever.
It's so good. It's so good, though.
I love it. It's so good.
It is. There's never a dull moment in it. There's actually another game called A Cult or something. It's like supposed to be 10 times harder. But
Oh God, I know. I did try Forewarned yesterday.
oh,
That's
the one with the
good.
mummies. How was that?
Yeah, that was good. I only played the tutorial because I got too scared. But it was it is really good, really good. It's worth giving it a go. Like, it's another one of these early access games, so it's a little bit janky in places.
You
but
played that, right, Jen? Shotgun Jen? You played the Forewarned, didn't you? Yeah, I think she played that on her channel.
Yeah.
It looks pretty
really
interesting.
Good. Yeah, it's worth giving it. I think it's not expensive. In the UK, it's about £10, I think, to buy, so it's not too expensive either.
I like cheap $10 games. Sometimes you find some real gems in there. There was this one game I found. I can't stop talking about it. It's an indie game called Darkness Under My Bed. It's about a young boy who went missing, and the police officers come in with this little robot, and they put the little robot underneath the bed because he has this gigantic maze. Apparently, he built this so he could get under there and hide from the monsters that killed him or kidnapped him, whatever. But it was really cool because each thing you pick up sends you in a new direction, and there's absolutely like no ambiance except in specific parts. So it's really quiet. So you're like tense the entire time. So if you ever get a chance, check it out. It's really good.
I will. I definitely will. That sounds really good.
It is. It's really. It's like very monotone colored, so there's nothing really bright or stands out because you're in like the digital like camera robot vision. But sometimes it'll get an error and you'll see bleeps of faces and shit on the side of your eyes, and you're like, "What was that?" It was so good. You should try it.
I'm the biggest coward ever. I think that might kill me.
I
would literally have a heart attack and die. That's true. Dead Space is more action orientated, but
don't you say it's not scary, because it is terrifying.
Oh, it is. It is scary. I think I've just played it so many times. I sort of know you desensitize to these things after a while because you learn the game, you learn what to expect. But no, Resident Evil never did that to me. That just horrified me all the way through.
All right, James. We are down to the last couple of questions. What tips would you give to a newbie streamer?
I think it just to be yourself. I know it's a really cliche thing to say, but it's just be yourself. It's not worth creating a persona and trying to be somebody else, because I think that sounds like too much work. Honestly, it's you'll lose energy through it as well. And I might like I said, I've got the memory of a goldfish. I forget half the things I was saying anyway, and it's just not worth it. And I think, if you can, as difficult as it is, I think I'd say to stick to a schedule as much as you can. I think it's all very well to stream whenever you feel like it, but if nobody knows when you're going to be doing it, then they're not going to turn up to see anything. And I for me anyway, just say don't take it too seriously. And the most important thing of it all, I think, is not to go into it as it's like a transactional sort of thing where I'm doing this and you're here to watch me sort of thing. Is to make friends along the way, and you will make friends with people that
amazing friends.
Amazing friends, yeah, and that will lift you up and carry you to do things that you never thought you could do before. And that, for me, that is the whole point of this book. Well, for me it is anyway, the whole point of it. There's no other reason I would do it other than that I enjoy it, and I've made some amazing friends through it. So it's just to be yourself, stick to a schedule, don't take it too seriously, and embrace the social aspect of it. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there a little bit more. Don't hide things away. Just be yourself and put yourself out there, because they're all out there, aren't they? For every horrible person you come across, you'll come across 10 amazing people, which makes it completely worth doing in the first place, I think. Definitely worth doing it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've had some unpleasant drama in my community. Well, with me personally. Sometimes it happens when you're a streamer. Sometimes things will happen. Some people will try to do bad things to you or start rumors and things like that. But I was amazed at how many people were just messaging me, asking me if I was okay. I'm like, holy shit. When did I get all these people that are just willing to check on me? It's like,
it takes you by surprise. It really, really does. Like, I have never been a popular person. because I've not been particularly outgoing, I've always found it really hard to know
I
all
still
the way
find
through,
that
even
so
since I was a
hard to
kid.
believe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've changed so much in like the last 10, I think you said 10 years then. That hasn't been that bloody long. The last year.
10 years!
I'm not that old. But if you're a quiet, reserved person, you're thinking about doing it, just do it. What's the worst that could happen? You don't like it and you don't do it again. You're in exactly the same position as you were before. I cannot. If you want to make a change in your life, and only if you want to do it, if you want to be a more confident and outgoing person, you should do it, because streaming on Twitch, and it's no sense of an exaggeration, has drastically changed my life. And I don't mean like I'm a multi-millionaire now and I've got 25,000 followers. I just mean on a personal level, I've grown so much in
Share
ways
your
that I just
followers,
didn't
man.
think would
No, I'm
ever.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's just in ways that I never thought would happen for me, and it's yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Just do it, or else I'll come and find you.
Those people who say internet friends are not real friends, fuck you.
That's nonsense. That's nonsense. Yeah, it's not true.
Because I have met some of the best people on the internet, and if I didn't have them,
Yeah.
I probably would be eating the paint chips off the wall. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, literally, when I'm not feeling 100%, the people that I run to are the people I've met through Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd asked me a year ago, that would never have happened.
Mm.
You know, I would never have thought that would have happened. Honestly, I never thought it's bizarre. It just, I don't know. All the things I didn't think would happen have happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do
It's the best thing. I'm not giving you a choice at this point.
it! No, you have to do it. James said so you have to do it.
You have to. That's
You
how it
have
works.
All right, so we're at our very last question, and this is just this weird wackadoo question that I always think of. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Right. Because I've had COVID, I'm out of isolation as of today. So I went to the supermarket. I wanted to pick up a couple of bits and pieces. I cannot stand it when you're in a supermarket. I don't know whether this is just a local thing here, or if it's an international thing or UK thing, where people decide to have conversations in the middle of supermarket aisles and will just block the entire aisle, and you're trying to awkwardly get past them. And you're like, of all the places to catch up with somebody, why have you I hate food shopping with a passion. I literally just want to get what I need and get out. That's all I want. And they literally stand there, and the thing I want is always right next to them. And you say, excuse me, can I get that, please? And they scowl at you as if you've asked them to, as if you're robbing them, essentially. I can't stick it. I don't understand it. I just, no.
No,
I'm
James, that is an everywhere thing.
It is, isn't it? Thank you. I don't understand why people are so, like, whenever you're anywhere, even if you've got a trolley or something,
Uh-huh.
or a shopping cart, I'm always conscious if I'm in other people's way, and then you get these people that are like, they're blocking the entire aisle. I'm like, I'd be mortified. I don't understand it. I do not understand people that are so
No, that's an
deaf and
everywhere
blind to
thing.
what's
But the
going
people
on
people
around
in the US will actually just stand there for hours and have a conversation. If you try to interrupt them, they're like, we were talking. It's like, I want to fucking get by. Can you move your ass?
Can you move? And sometimes I'm like, right, do you know what? I'm really not in the mood to ask them. I'm just going to go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps by the time I get back, they'll be gone.
Right.
And a good 10 minutes will pass, and like, they're still there. What could they possibly be talking about for this length of time in a supermarket of all places? Oh, for God's sake. It drives me insane.
I love
Absolutely
that.
insane.
I love
Oh.
that. Somebody else has that problem too. It's just like, why are you deciding to talk about your children right now? Please,
Right
please,
now,
please.
of all the places to do it, why? I just don't know. I don't understand it. I do not understand it at all.
don't
And I
understand.
never will.
Mine
No,
will
I
always
think-
be people having conversations on speakerphone.
Oh
the
my
bus.
God.
It's like,
Oh,
I
get-
don't want to hear your conversation. Shut up. You're going over my podcast. Please
Yeah, I
be
do-
quiet.
I don't understand it. Why do they want everybody around them to know who they're talking to and what they're talking about? I
Right?
don't get it. It's definitely younger people. Oh God, I've just aged myself. It's these
Yeah,
younger
yeah, it's
people
the
these days that do
youngins.
it. It's the youth. I just don't get it. I don't understand it at all.
I could understand if you're doing something with your hands, like if you're gardening or whatever, and you want to talk to somebody, but not when your hand is like on the phone. Okay, you need to put that to your ear.
No, I've been out walking along, usually with Cooper somewhere, and they're walking along and they're going, "What? What? I can't hear." It's like, well, if you weren't on speakerphone, perhaps you could hear what they were saying. Honestly, I just don't get it. I don't understand it at all. I don't.
Oh my god!
People
I used to work in a call center. God save me. But
Oh god.
and sometimes when people were talking to you, you can hear them flushing the toilet.
Oh my god.
It's
no
excuse
way.
me. Did you just take a wee while you were talking to me on the phone about your credit report? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Wash your goddamn hands.
Yeah, when you're on the phone and somebody's eating on the other end, it was like, I'm like, why? I can't imagine somebody going to the toilet, mind you, at the same time, when they're talking to somebody that they don't even know. I was like, oh my god.
It's like you hear them
My
flush.
God.
It's like we know what you're doing.
No, part of my job, I have to phone people sometimes, and they're shouting at their kids in the background, and, like, and sometimes they're like, there's somebody else in the background. Say this, say that, and I've said to them a couple of times, do you want to put that person on the phone? Or perhaps I should speak to them. Oh, honestly, the stuff I've managed to get away with. Horrifying.
Okay,
Honestly.
so yeah. So supermarkets everywhere are like this. Okay.
Oh, thank God for that. I'm glad it's not just a Hugh thing, because it drives me insane.
Yeah, Walmart is a number one for that here. I mean, they do have low prices, but there are some people who like to block the aisles.
Oh, I don't get it. I don't understand as well why older people that are see, you've got me going now about supermarkets now. Where older people that have retired and have got all day that they could go to a supermarket to get what they need, but they seem to choose Saturdays when the people who do work and don't have much time. So all you see is it gets so busy. It's just filled with people that could go at any time that they could possibly want to go. But no, I'm going to go on a Saturday and I'm going to block the aisles and I'm going to talk for 5 hours about it as well. I'm never going to a supermarket again. I've decided I'm just going to starve.
This is why people order their groceries online.
That's the worst thing, is I do order my groceries online, but my memory is so terrible, I forget half the stuff I need, and I've got to actually go to the supermarket and buy it all.
God bless you, James. I love you so much.
I'm a 30-year-old with the memory of a 90-year-old. That's what I am.
Yeah. My memory's shit too. Although I remember really strange details, but can't remember. It's like, did I lock the door?
Yeah, I'm like that.
I can remember what I was wearing this time in like 2nd grade, but it's like, did I lock the door?
Yeah, I'm like that. I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I can tell you what I did about 6 months ago.
Right, okay. What is that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what on earth. No. I just accepted it at this point.
Accepted. My brain is just slowly melting.
It is what it is. I can't do nothing about it, so there we are.
Must have been all that caffeine and weird stuff I did when I was in college. All right, James, that's the end of my questions.
Oh, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming on here.
No,
I had a really fun time. You are so funny.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. I was so nervous, but you put me at such
Why
ease.
are you nervous? It's just me, for God's sake.
I know, but you put me at ease, so thank you very much. I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
Guys, if you don't follow Quasi Saturn, what the hell's wrong with you? Go and check him out today because he's amazingly sweet, and apparently he doesn't like supermarkets, so he needs to be followed. But he has good content. He plays some spooky games, some platforming games, some strange games. He plays Spyro too, but we're not going to get into that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, please go follow him.
Oh, thank you. You're too nice.
Oh my God, my voice is going. I'm laughing so hard. All right. So, again, thank you for coming to join me. I really, really appreciated it.
Thank you for asking me. I really appreciate it. I'm privileged to have been asked. Thank you very much.
Privileged? Well, make me feel good about myself, why don't you?
Oh.
All right, James, you can hop off here if you want, or you can hang on while I find somebody to raid.
I better go because I'm absolutely starving. I need to go eat something.
Oh my God, go eat some food!
Thank you for having me. I love you, Lily.
Love you, James. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. All right, wasn't that a blast? I had so much fun. My face hurts. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so the next person on our list will be starting in July for season 2, and that person is Milky Berry. Hopefully she'll be able to do the podcast. She's been having some home situations, and her podcast will be, sorry, a little stuttering there. Her podcast will be, yes, the schedule is right there. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, Secretary Lexi, for popping up the season 2, which I could have done myself, but I'm fucking lazy. But hopefully Milky Berry will be able to do that on the July 13th, and then we'll be having a Wild Tabby, who I absolutely adore, on the 20th. And then Sneeb will be in August with Vic. I have to get together with Vic so we can pick a time so we can do that. But I don't think I have anything else super planned for stream. I think on Wednesday we're just going to be playing some Resident Evil until I can figure out how to make the quarry work. But that's what's coming up for the channel. I hope you guys had a good time today. And if you get a chance, please go follow James, because he's amazing. Sniff, sniff, is that Resident Evil I smell? Yes, Daz. Maybe we'll do some kind of challenge. I can't figure out what kind of challenge we'll do. We'll do some kind of challenge on Wednesday. But it'll be fun, and it'll be amazing. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Thank you everybody for being here. I love your faces and you guys putting up with me on your Sunday when you could be doing anything else, but you're here listening to me and I appreciate it. So let's see if we can find somebody to raid, somebody doing some fun things. Excuse me. Oh look! I wonder if Banana Pancake is how long she's been streaming. Let me check the old phone here. Give me a second. I don't know where the fuck I found this playlist, but it's like, ooh man. It's poppin'. How long has she been streaming? Looks like she's still streaming, so we're gonna raid, but It's a Banana Pancake. It's a Banana Pancake will be on the podcast in, I think, in November? Maybe November? So hopefully we'll have a good time then. I'm gonna go raid her. She's playing, I don't even know what Abduction, which should be interesting. But you don't have to follow or subscribe or anything. Just hang out in her channel. She's really cool. And she has a cat named Mr. Bill, who is adorable. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna go raid her. Thank you everybody again for coming and listening to me whine and complain. Talk to people and just be myself, and I appreciate you. Remember to be good to yourself. Eat some pizza, have some cake. I will see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.